This one lesson that I learned from Chris Voss, who is a homicide detective that would help with kidnappings and negotiation, is what he calls the late night DJ voice. Let me explain. So, what I see oftentimes in sales, whether it's on my own calls or calls that I've watched from hundreds upon thousands of closers that I've worked with, is that they are using a script, but they don't quite understand how to ask the questions in a way that conveys authority and understanding and empathy with the person that they're talking to. Oftentimes, they are just reading the script verbatim, line for line. They're not really listening. They're thinking and trying to listen at the same time, which doesn't work. And they're not able to properly connect with the prospect, where the prospect feels heard and understood and validated that their circumstances are normal. The fears and anxieties that they feel are also normal, and the goals that they have are attainable. Another thing that I see is that reps are way too high or low emotionally in the call. When they talk to someone who's more type A that tries to bully the conversation, they panic and freak out and they immediately submit and they start walking through the pitch, and then they just get bamboozled with objections. And if the person's more beta, their energy goes super low, and it's almost like a therapy session. For me personally, I'm not extroverted, I'm not introverted, I'm an amnivert, so I'm like in the middle. And what that means is I don't talk a lot. I'm very good at listening, but I'm able to connect with the prospect because my tone is very neutral. I'm not super high, I'm not super low, I'm kind of in the middle. So it gives me a lot of authority to ask questions because my tone really doesn't change. Using this technique has allowed me to close over $10 million over the last 3 years in high ticket sales because the person that you're talking to doesn't feel like you are a salesperson. You'll hear things on your calls such as, I didn't even feel like this was a sales process. You asked me very, very good questions. And whenever you're talking to someone and they feel like they can trust you, they're going to open up. They're going to give you the leverage. They're going to give you the ammunition that you need to get them to commit to change. So lower your tone in your sales calls and follow this page for more value.